Okay, so today we're going to be covering slides 54 to 62, and we're going to be talking about plant cell structures. Please don't forget to take notes as we're going through this. Some of the cell structures are in both plants and animal cells, but then there's some specific organelles that are only in plants. And remember that an organelle is another name for a cell structure. So plant and animal cells have many common features and a few key differences. Animal cells have structures plant cells don't have, including centrioles, microfilaments, and microtubules. So these three structures are only in animal cells. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about these three things, but the centrioles help in cell division, and the microfilaments and the microtubules are basically almost like little cytoskeletons, like little mini skeletons inside the animal cell. Structures that are inside both plant and animal cells are the endoplasmic reticulum. Remember, we call that the ER, the nucleus, cytoplasm, ribosomes, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, and the cell membrane. These three structures are only in plant cells, these green ones, only in plants: the cell wall, chloroplast, and the vacuole. One of the things, some animal cells do have a vacuole, but the vacuole in a plant cell is really big. And we'll talk about why that is later. The cell wall, you'll notice, see it's this layer right here, and it's right on the outside of the cell membrane. So it's the cell membrane and then a cell wall on the outside. So plants and animals both have a cell membrane, but only plants have a cell wall. All right, so let's talk about the large vacuole first. Vacuoles are basically storage, and they also help to maintain water pressure inside the cell. So as a plant loses water, its vacuoles start to shrink, and that's when you see a plant shrivel up. So if a plant wasn't watered, it's because each vacuole inside of each cell is losing water. Again, there are some small vacuoles found in some animal cells and some protocells. And just to remind you, a protist lives in water. So vacuoles are used to store water and maintain pressure. Cell wall protects and supports the cell. It only allows water and small molecules like oxygen and carbon dioxide through. And again, the cell wall is just on the outside of the cell membrane. Chloroplast, which you've heard of before, these green things right here, they obtain energy directly from the sun and use it to make the molecules that the plants needs for food. And what that molecule is called is glucose. So chloroplasts take the light energy from the sun and they make sugar for the plant called glucose. All right, let's go over these answers. Question 20. What is one key difference between a plant and an animal cell? I'm going to read them all. Plant cells have a cell wall and animal cells do not. Plant and animal cells both have ribosomes. Animal cells have ribosome, plants do not. Plant cells do not have a nucleus. The answer is A. Plant cells have a cell wall and animal cells do not. Please make sure you're writing out the full question and the full answer. 21. What type of cell has a chloroplast? There's only one answer, and the answer is C, plant. What types of cell have a nucleus? The answer is B, both plant and animal cells. 23, what is the function of the chloroplast? I'm going to read them all. Does it produce energy for the cells? Does it control the functions of a cell? Does it assemble proteins? Or does it capture energy from the sun to make food? The answer is D, it captures energy from the sun to make food. 24, which type of cell barrier do all cells have, not just plant cells? Which one is it? Barrier meaning on the outside. The answer is B, cell membrane. Okay, that's our last one for today. Please go back to Google Classroom and see what you have to do next.